Hello, everyone. The last part of our series, I will show you what I added.
Like you see, we have a camera bounds and a circle holder that act as the parent of the circle, so we can have a centered rotation around the heart. First, in the camera boundary object, I added 4 children that are empty object with a 2D box collider. Their role is staying in the corner of game window, so enemy ball bounce effectively without losing motion. Like you will see next, let's see the corner change their place dynamically when the screen size changes. Not working because we didn't fill the empty slot of the script. So we drag every corner to his place. Then we rerun the game and is working fine. And the ball, when it go to corner, it bounce. We return to full HD resolution. Then we show the script.
In the script, we have the 4 game object variables. In update loop, we check if screen size doesn't change. Then the function for this mechanic that we take the 4-corner position with the camera method inside Unity, then affect each position to each corner. We don't forget the width of corner itself. Then another function that check if object is not null to give the position. Now I will show you why I made it. When the ball hit the corner, it collide with 2 point in same time. So reflection script break and the ball stop bouncing properly. Now for the circle holder, we give the parent the circle script, and we remove it from the child that is the sprite render of circle. Then we have in folder, Crazy SDK. If you want to see how to download the SDK, we have a video in my channel. Subscribe and see the video. I create S script, named Crazy, for showing ads in my web game. We start with singleton logic, then a function executed in start method DO that check if SDK is available, then initialized it, and we flag a bool to true. So in the next function, if the bool is true, we start by requesting the ads with error handling logic, and we want to fire this function when the player lose in the collision of the ball enemy with the heart and heart script. Let's go to editor and we test. It give error because we need to start from home scene because the script is in another scene. So we go to home scene, we press play, and in console we see SDK is initialized. Then press play lose and a small screen as the test, IDE.
So after the add work, great. We made a small tweak in the ball enemy. I set it to a layer named Enemy after I created it. Go to Player Settings in Physics 2D in Collision Matrix. We uncheck the checkbox. In purpose of bouncing ball, don't collide with each eye. Another thing. The circle grow. In scale, each time passes, not just the circle. Even the heart and ball enemy. In resize function. So like you see in update method, we use modulo operator and the score value to give specific time when these object resize, in purpose of making game harder with time. Even we added pause button. And we see it in action. We make a simple pause script that affect time scale even if it could be a problem in future for animation. But it worked for now. Excellent.
And another thing, I added a logic. For any ball that collide with the circle, sometime it could stick with it because of edge collider nature. So this code will set active to false for any object that stick with circle. We start declaring 3 variables, 1 bool to know which one is sticking, 2 float to count time, and inside update loop. If bool is true, we start counting time in duration. Variable if is bigger than 1.5 seconds. It will make the collided object set active to false E, and in on collision if is sticking only to circle who have the player tag. We set bool to true with starting counting time. And in on exit collision, we set all variables to first values. For difficulty purpose, I added another logic in spawn script, where an interval passes. Faster dark enemy ball will spawn. In variables, I declare a list of game object, a dictionary that map each object to vector 3 position with float array for random ball size in start method. We initiate a dictionary, then loop in game object array to map the position of each object to the new dictionary. Then start a coroutine. This coroutine will start counting seconds. Then start spawning from game object array in each 5 seconds. In update, each object in pool will receive a random scale before activating it. In Unity Editor, there is the 5 dark ball. Then after dragging them to spawner script E, we press play, but we don't forget that they must be set active to false E. After the time we set in coroutine, the dark ball starts spawning, and for the one sticking it disappear. So in the end, all the major mechanics was explained in this series. I hope you enjoy the video. And the important thing that you must have earned something for your game development journey. So, next video, we'll be publishing steps of the game to the web. Have a good day.